Hello, Catherine, and welcome everybody. I'm not sure how loud my microphone is, so if it's a little bit quiet, just let me know. Hello, Pete. Hello, Doc Logan. Oh, wow, that sucks, Catherine. That would drive me absolutely insane. I don't think I could deal with that. But at least you're getting it replaced. I suppose that's the main thing. I wish I could get to the bottom of these buildings being a pain in the backside. And I guess I should probably assign areas for people like cleaners. Because they just kind of go wherever they feel at the moment. And I don't think that's always beneficial. Whoops, wrong one. Try that again. Turn the volume of the game down, it's deafening me. Okay, that seems to make a difference. How bizarre. Doesn't matter what level I have the volume at. If I turn it to like 0, it goes quiet, but anything else, it just stays the same. That's a little bit unusual. Hello, Connor. What the heck's going on? 1 second, let me get my head around this volume. Planet Coaster. Okay, my audio has gone a little bit crazy. I've never had that happen before. Aha, fixed it. Yikes, that was nuts. Hello, Rachel. Nice to see you again. Dude, the queues on this thing are insane. That was super quick, Connor. Jeez. Clean that stick up. Right, okie dokie. So much to do, so little time to do it. I'm just trying to... In fact, should we go for a ride on a roller coaster while we have a little nosy around? Again, a bit of a nice queue on this ride now. It's cool. Right camera, there we go. So how is everyone? Yeah, I did think it might be a little bit late for some people, especially people in the UK. It was almost late for me. I was supposed to be playing this game before I streamed it just to move ahead a little bit, and I fell asleep. So yeah, I can just imagine. Although I was up at 4:30, 5ish this morning, so yeah. Did I hear you're not making videos anymore? Probably as much as I should, but I read something the other day. I love this roller coaster. We need to finish that one off. It seems like we're getting like halfway through building the buildings around a roller coaster, and then we get a little bit distracted. As you can see, was it you that named this coaster, Kafra? I can't remember, but I made a custom sign for it, which I'm quite happy with. I've got a bit of a dodgy knee, so this is kind of painful. I don't know what I've done to it, but probably sleeping when I shouldn't be sleeping. Do we not have any guards? Let me have a quick look. Security. Oh, we have a few. Yeah, I mean, I only did it quickly just to test it out. I could probably do something a little bit better, but it kind of fitted the theme of what was going on. And I put the rest of the roof on. We'll do some stuff in here as well. But I tweaked the end of the coaster as well. It's a little bit longer now. Is this actually open? Oh, it's testing. Okay, let's ride. Because I wanted it to switch to this side now, the way it's leaning, so they could see all kind of this side of the building, and I've got some rocks and bits of spaceship. It's probably not the best coaster to kind of do that with, but I kind of wish it was facing the other way around, but I'm not sure if I can actually switch the direction it's going. I haven't found anything that seems to do that. Reliability low. That's not very good. Inspection scheduled every 30 minutes. Let's change it to every 20 if it's not that good. Oh. Refurbishment fixes age-related issues that cause faster wear and tear. Request inspection. Okay, so we put that to 30. Let's do that. That's an interesting... that's a good idea, that. Yeah, the doors. Oh my goodness. At least we got them working, definitely. Create coaster chain. Blocks. Cars per train. Yeah, I've not seen anything that would make the cars go the opposite way. But it doesn't matter. I just need to figure out how to kind of get around these edges here. This bit I can't really place anything because it would collide with the coaster, so it won't let me. So I've got to figure a way of hiding that. These notifications are quite annoying. I wonder if there's an option in the settings to turn some of these things off. Let's have a look. Game. Disable scenery collision. Ah, stops rides and stations from preventing scenery placement. So I could actually turn that on. Coaster collision, ride collision, disable terrain collision. Allow terrain to be manipulated through existing scenery and track. Reputation. Security features. Let's turn that off. I think, is it scenery collision or disable terrain collision? Scenery, terrain. Probably both. I think if we turn them off, we should be able to put anything in there that we want, which makes sense. If we get anything else in here, I don't think so. Okay, let's try. Yeah, what was it in one of the original Star Trek movies? It was something like transparent aluminium. What a fabulous thought. I think now... what was it? I actually could remember everything I was typing in to get stuff in here now. Metal. The only thing is I still don't think. So I can literally place this within the track, which is quite cool. Now that will work. So for places like this here... you're too big. What if we drop you down here? Although it would look weird if I did that, wouldn't it? So I guess we can work it kind of how we want it. This is going to be white, isn't it? Yep. Try that again. That looks a lot better. Rocks. Do you know what? We will be placing some rocks. Excitement. How are we going to get that bit? That is a super awkward piece. Well, wait a minute. We can change the grid, can't we? So what happens if we drop it to 2? Don't think that's in. Okay, what about grid height? Select grid. How do we do that? No. Seem to do anything. Okay. Pass. Haven't got a clue. Hello, Jessa. There's got to be a way around this. That wouldn't look absolutely ridiculous. Would that look right? Question is, do we have one that goes the opposite direction? Not really. So many decisions. So many choices. Okay, well, I'm happy with that for the moment. That will do. I'm not going to get hung up on that just yet. Did somebody say rocks? Airlock archway. This could be quite useful. If we change the colour of this thing. If we have this. Something like... we may have to move the roller coaster track a little bit here. I have an idea. If we put you, say, here. Which, yeah, I get doesn't work right now. Pretend it's Windows. Yeah. I get blue screen of death if it was Windows. And if we raise the track here, let me have a look. Nope, the game didn't quite like what I was doing. I think if we drag that along there, it affects a different part of the track. It certainly does. There we go. So I finally figured out what they do. It allows you to affect a larger chunk of track when you're doing this. So if I wanted to, if I bring this one back to there, it works slightly differently. Although we had really good ratings on here once I kind of fiddle around with this, so it probably isn't a good idea that I'm doing this, but let me now smooth banking. Smooth banking. Smooth banking. Let's I feel really bad. I shouldn't have done this. Let's test it. These were really good though. Escape exit. What this? No, this is where the aliens are going to be coming from. I'm going to change the colours on it though to make it look a little bit more alien-y, I suppose. What colours would strike you as alien-y? Green, isn't it, I suppose? We got in here the corridor. Let's have that kind of a dark green, and we'll use lighting to get a better effect. Oh wow, looks like a Klingon bird of prey now. And guess what we're going to use to hide it? Rocks. Question is which rock are we going to use? Because there's different types. Well, is this going to be the moon, or is this going to be like Mars? Now the only problem is I can put these rocks, but I can't change the colour of the ground. Now I can put tiles or something on the floor to simulate a different colour. So I have that option. Purple. Depends if we're going to go for kind of a lunar landscape or even snowy. We could have like an ice planet. Kind of like Hoth. What do you reckon? What, here? Or do you mean here where people are leaving the ride? Plenty of options of things we can do. I'm tempted to change the colour of the coaster as well at some point. Oh, that's a bit bumpy, isn't it? Look at that. That's terrible. I ain't going to tweak it just yet. Let's see what the actual result comes through as. So that's going to come over there. Yeah, I need to fix that. That's not right. Okay, yeah. We'll put some stuff there. Maybe some explosions and things like that. Now, these two were... I think they were green a minute ago once I'd finished tweaking it, so I'm not too sure how it'll react now. Bated breath. We have to wait for everything? I thought it was the first one that did it. Guess not. Let me speed the game up. Can you colour the rocks and plants? I can change the colour of some of the plants. I don't think I can for the rocks, but that is an interesting idea. 2 seconds. Ah, there we go. Look. Much better. Right, we'll open the ride. Although it doesn't have much of a queue right now. We need to deal with that. No. We can't change the rocks, but the plants... No. Ah, maybe it's only certain ones. Can't change the colour of you. Or is it, I think maybe it's the ones with flowers, bushes. I think it's the bushes. How odd. I swear I was changing the colour of these things the other day. Oh, it's down here, isn't it, idiot? So not all of them can have their colours changed. So this one can, that one can. Most of them can't, in all fairness, looking at it. What about cactus? No. Trees. Well, that is unfortunate, isn't it? We can, potentially... Let me switch it to nighttime a second. Ooh, that is... Those laser beams are pretty trippy, aren't they? If we put in a... Like the world's biggest green tree. Nothing too big, just something small. There we go. If we put you in, we could probably use lighting to actually change the colour of it. But I'm in the right thing, aren't I? Yes. Is it this one? Yeah. So if we change, I don't know, red. So we potentially can kind of change the colour of it like this to make it look eerie, but fluorescent. Yeah, oh man, that would be super awesome. What have we got here? Night Rider headlights. I mean, that doesn't work great. I mean, it gives an effect, but it's not perfect. Switch that back to that. Ugh. Right, okay, rocks. Because I'm getting distracted from my rocks. We can't be doing that. Here we go. I don't know if I should go for Martian up. Difficult. Thank you for the follow, Carnage. I'm thinking we should use these sort of rocks. I can boost the ground up to do this, but I like the idea. Ooh. The idea that the aliens are going to come charging out of this kind of mountainside hidden bunker. That's kind of where I'm thinking. And there is quite a few of them, and they all shoot, and we can have like a proper epic space battle going in here. If we can drag you up here like so. My only kind of thing that I was a little bit... There's like a starry background that you can put in. But that would require me to put another building over this. Or a mountain. But then that would be a mountain inside a mountain. So I'm not too sure how to deal with that. Because I can... There's I don't know what it's called. It's just maybe a spacescape or something like that. Let's have a look. It's not there. Stars. There it is. So you could have it looking like the behind is space. But that was, like I say, would require either a building over the top of this bit here or a mountain. And I'm not too sure which way to go with it. Unfortunately. If at all to even bother. Just all these random ideas coming into my brain, and I've got to kind of figure out if they're the right thing to do or not. Let me put you about there. That doesn't look quite right. These rocks are just literal pebbles, aren't they? How close does that coaster get to that? Okay. So I guess you kind of get the drift of what I'm looking at here and what I'm thinking of doing. Come on, some of you have got to be bigger. We need a slightly smaller one in here. Can we hide that strut? Perfect. And then if we go for... I don't know where the animatronics are. It's in one of these. Here we go. Aliens. Vapor is making a cave. He certainly is. And we can change the colour. Wow, he's a super attractive guy. So he could look like some kind of guard. What colours can we actually change? Is it his face? Oh, it's his suit. I feel like a deep red is always a very evil sort of colour. What about black? Yeah. Bad guys dressed in leather. These two can be guarding. Change it. You're both wearing badass leather outfits. What are you? Are you shooting? You are. Let's just drop you there a minute. Change your colour to black as well. What else have we got? What are you doing? You're a shooter. Awesome. So are you. Oh, you got took out. Oh, you're that guy, aren't you? Yep. I'm guessing this guy... They're both duplicates, just different heads. Yeah, they are. Okay, at least we know. Okay, he's typing on something, so he can be some kind of hacker. And I'm guessing his friend is exactly the same. Yes. Okay, cool. Sci-fi specific plants. Good question. Scenery theme sci-fi. Guess that answers that question. Oh wait a minute, I've got alien selected. No. There's all manner of things in here. There's cables and toxic pools. This might be quite cool. Not too sure where we'll put that. We got bits of spaceships and we got turrets. Oh, sci-fi bin. So there is actual... I'm using the wrong bin. It's no good, is it? Scenery theme, sci-fi. What we got in here? No, it doesn't look that way. But there is some of the plants are kind of purple and stuff, so we could get away with it. I feel I'm gonna have to put a mountainside here or something. It needs something. Let's get using my favourite tools of them all, the landscaping tools. This is where it all goes completely Pete-tone. Because I'm not very good at using these. Oh. I suppose I've got to get better at using them. There's only one way to do that. Ooh, I need to push that back a tiny bit. It's a shame you can't change the colour of the water. That would be quite interesting. Don't like how that's gone into there. What have we got here? Chisel. Whoa. That's not the effect we wanted. Control and Z. Okay, flatten the surface. Will that do it? No. How do we... Smooth, roughen, push. Let me drop the size down. Okay. Drop the intensity, drop the size. And then if we... where's the flatten to surface? Size. Oh. Fixed it. Well, kind of. Come on. A bit more. You're not going to play nicely? Why will you not let me do that bit? Not that I'm overly bothered. There's other ways of skinning a cat. So I can put a floor in here. Starry, what, in this bit here? Scenery. Line to surface. Quite dark in this cave. There we go. So we need to adjust that a tiny bit. Let's rotate you forward, rotate you that way. Why do you not want to rotate? There we go. This is freaking out. Why is it having such weird issues? There we go. Move it to the side, move it inwards. I didn't want it to go nighttime. I can't see what I'm doing. There we go. Move you up. Say about there. That's fine. Is it Control and D? No, that's not the one I wanted. Control and X, that's the one I was thinking of. If we can get you to somewhere like that. It's a portal to another world. Yeah, it certainly is. That little bit of terrain there is bugging me though. And we just need some kind of floor in there. It's going to think I'm doing a whole new building now. That's the only problem. Probably a roof. That's not the sort of thing we want. We're on a sci-fi thing. Reset that. Smooth concrete. Could be the ticket. Take you. Drop you in there somewhere. See if we can get it kind of straight. Something like that, isn't it? And was it Control and X? Wait a minute. I didn't kind of want it doing that. Yellow and black stripy floor. that floor is going to get used to death, isn't it? If I could change the colour of that, that would probably work, because it looks like the thing, but... Take care, Pete. Thank you for coming along. Switch back to my rocks. Surface. That is a really useful tool, but it's super annoying as well at times. A neon blue light. Oh. Where's the lights? Let me see if I can find the things. Props. Lights. Do we have anything short? Surely there is lights that are... Can I change the colour of these things? I can, but I don't think they give off any light. These ones are quite cool. Switch to PM. Well, like this colour. I mean, I can hide that in the rock so you can't actually see it, I think. Yeah, these don't really... That's a shame they don't actually give off any kind of light. Well, oh, these ones can have their light colour change, can't they? Yeah. Right, we drop one of these here a second. So when you say neon, we're talking neon green. Something like that. Although, I think because the walls are green, it's not showing up so much. Let's change the green a little bit. Neon blue. Smoke at the front of cave with blue light in it. Oh, lots of ideas coming in. Well, the light, this should be neon blue, what, like that? Depends where we put the light, because if I put it down here, it lights the building up, but if I push it backwards through there, it adds a weird glow to the floor. And I kind of like that glow. I mean, I can put more than one of these things in anyway. I'll put you somewhere there. Control and X. No. I'm doing that wrong. It's because I told it to do an advanced move, I see. Some of my rocks have come through the through the cave wall a little bit. I need to probably fix that. Smoke? Let's have a look. Now there is coloured smoke, if I remember rightly. What's this Night Rider? Whoa. You are oil, laser red, laser impact, cool. Green, glitter, engine thruster. There is... colourable smoke. Here we go. So are we talking like a big plume of smoke? Although you can't really see it in the dark, but that's purple. Let me switch to daytime. So there's like 3 different intensities. So you've got that one, and that one. And these ones I can change the colours of. And janitor's quit. Wonderful. Awesome. And then there's things like steam jets and things like that. Falling snow, that's not really what we need. Blowing dust. That is quite intense. Okay, and what colour are we going? And while you do that, I'm going to switch to sci-fi. I'm going to plop down some of the bits. Let's see what we can... Let's see, align to surface. If we do that, it should... Yep. I think you can actually build this thing. Body, foot, head, leg. Are we missing anything here? So if we put you there, if we grab this head, so we can just move it. This looks like a dog. Oh, M-U-T-T, mutt. It is, isn't it? I guess it's supposed to be, anyway, unless I'm misunderstanding that. X, no. No, move. Who designs these things? Seriously. Thing is insane. What was this? Small middle one. Okay. What? Are we leaving it purple? We're leaving it. And you want it inside? What did you say? Small one inside. What, like? What? Just inside like this, or? It's actually seeping through the actual rocks like they're not there. That's the only problem. What was if I lower it? No, I'm never going to find it again. See if we can get this right. Ah, vendor has quit. Oh, these people. It depends what kind of look you're thinking of, Doc. Because I can get away with that there somewhere, I suppose. It looks like that atmosphere is coming out. That's kind of how I see it. The door's opened, and their atmosphere is slightly different. What happens if you change it to a blue? Interesting. I really like that. That is a cool thing. going to switch to orange? I think we'll stick with the purple. I think it was a little bit lighter than that, wasn't it? Thing is, that's down here somewhere. I'm probably going to lose that thing. I think this dog is a bit much, isn't it? It kind of looks cool, but no. Okay. I'm getting distracted. We got the roller coaster coming in through here. Scenery. Right, so these are, we've got guarding humans. We've got one of you. You're an alien. Trooper, you're human. Human. And human. Cool. Something else here. Spaceship landing gear. Need to duplicate that. This stuff could probably be used to look. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, having a different smoke at different time, that would be pretty cool. More effects. What are we on here? Sets, isn't it? No. Scenery, themes, sci-fi. You. Signs. These are signs as well. An elevator. So would that be their way in? Maybe change the colour of that to. Oh, there goes the day-night cycle. What else have we got here? Can you just be white? That'd be simple enough. White. Need to move that across a touch because of where the door is. Yeah. And where's the lights? We're probably on the one I was just on, knowing me. I think they were. Yeah. So we got these. Change them to complete white. That would be cool. Oh no, let's put the blue on them. There we go. White. Okay. An X. Move that a little bit closer, I think. Yep. Awesome. It's a good idea, Castro. A very good idea. So I mean, these things are quite big. Oh, that one's not too bad. That actually looks like almost a whole piece of a ship, to be honest with you. We've got these defense towers as well. I've got one over here. I didn't put it together correctly yet. So we can have these kind of put in as well, and shooting lasers. I don't know if they do shoot, but I know I can put laser beams and stuff in. I don't think I lined everything up on here properly. Let me have a quick look here. Yeah, because that's the entrance to it. So if we rotate you around that way, and then you... I'm not too sure about how you're supposed to face. Well, if we drop you around that way, pull it across. I'd say about there. And then this thing. Well, like that. Looks about right. Pipes. What, these ones? There's just like This is why I was thinking to myself before I stream, I'm gonna come on, and I'm gonna do some stuff, and then I fell asleep. So I'm kind of annoyed at myself because I could have got some of this kind of done beforehand, and my body was just like, nah, have a sleep. That's the much better option. Whoop. I feel slightly outgunned. I feel like the aliens need something else. I do like the pipes. We've got the this toxic pool. I mean, where does the roller coaster? It flips around here. I mean, that's got a pipe on it as well, as you can see. Would we have this somewhere over? Because they're upside down here, aren't they? Well, it's snapping to surface. Let me turn that off a second. Do we have it? If I move the mountain back here a little bit, do we have some toxic pools? So as they're going over it, it looks like they're going to land in it. Potentially. Where's the flatten to surface? I do need more rocks. Without a shadow of a doubt, you can never have... Oh, sausages. We don't want to do that. Are we on flatten to surface? We are. So if we just kind of take this back a little bit, and I'll adjust that back a little bit more later. So we're upside down. If we, yeah, because it's going to look like, and I can probably have some kind of spray or jet coming out of it. I think we should have more than one of these though. Around here, rotate you. Going slightly differently. There probably is other guns that I can put in for the aliens, to be fair. Got benches. What could we... Well, we got these things. We could give them some turrets. If I put them in the right sort of place. Just change the colours on them to make them look a little bit more... Jeez. Should we give them a big gun like this? But I think these little ones will look quite cool. They look like R2-D2's head. Have we got something we could potentially... If we put you there a second. That's the big gun. I know that's not what it's meant to be on, but... Can I select both of you at the same time? It doesn't want me to. How weird. Can you shoot jets of green water from a toxic pit? Possibly. We went with like this dark green thing, didn't we, for them? So maybe with a sinister yellow stripe. So dark green, yellow. What are you? You're okay. What about red? No, I think we'll stick with the yellow and the blue. What is the blue for? I'm not even sure. I can't see. Get why I can't select both of those at the same time, but whatever, it's fine. I can live with it. Maybe like a Dalek or something. Who is shooting? I've not finished putting people in yet. They're just standing there, but I know what you mean. If we have a look for, let me turn this sci-fi filter off. Special effects, sequence runner, props, animatronics. It's mostly these people. Look, we could have a space dragon. Heart shapes, display sequences, screens. Oh, I think... is this for me to be able to set up an actual battle? I think that's what that is. So I could put this in here, like the one that on the roller coaster, and have lasers going off at certain times and explosions going off at certain times. I think it's used for fireworks. But maybe it can be used to have certain things happening. So I could have like a laser shoot out of there and then an explosion happen. We'll have to have a look at that. Electricity, pyrotechnics. Yeah, because we've got like all kinds of... Oh, there you go. There's your toxic mist. That looks super evil. It looks like it's on fire. Do I need to move them back a little bit? Puff the magic dragon. Oh, his head went through that. I think we need to adjust this one slightly. Oh, we don't want to do that. I didn't realise I'd selected the coaster. Move that one back just a touch. You've never heard of Puff the Magic Dragon? Oh my goodness, what are all these people? As the roller coaster broke down. Oh, it's open. So what's all these people coming off this side? Oh, it's because I moved it, didn't it? Yeah. Stupid thing. How about we have a turret over here that is a flamethrower? We're getting more sinister than that. You talk about laser beams. A flame-throwing turret would be pretty scary. The problem is that you can't hide the actual thing. That's a shame. It's a shame I can't hide that pyrotechnic thing. That is freaky. We've got an explosion, a western, water, fireworks, miscellaneous, ambience, bubbles. Some of these things are super freaky. What have we got here? The Monsters Mist, okay. Back to the Future Energy Burst. Oh, look at that. Cool. Oil Jet, Laser Red, Laser Impact, Laser Green. I kind of wanted to put a laser beam coming out of it, but I just don't feel like it's going to work. Put bubbles in it. That was clever, wasn't it? Again. I mean, I like the idea of this, but I just don't think it's gonna work. It's not. It's not gonna look like it's shooting very far. Bring it down just a touch. It just looks like it's constantly firing, doesn't it? Which I don't think works very well. Different rocks out on here, and then I can see what we've got to mess around with. You will look at the bubbles. Confetti. Some of them are quite cool. I wish there was more of a like an actual, at least fireworks. I'm not sure. Where's the Let's see if I can figure out what this thing actually does. If we just drop you here for a second. Make trigger sequence. So if I wait a minute. So it highlights the things that I can have. So if I select you, for example, confirm. Get rid of you for a second. So if I put in something like 10 seconds, if I'm right in thinking, he shouldn't do anything for about 10 seconds. So I can actually set up a fully fledged battle over here of people popping out at certain times, shooting, explosions going off. He is activated on trigger. So do I need to turn this thing on? Play trigger sequence. Activate only on trigger, looping and on a trigger at specific times, continuous activation. There we go. Loop hourly, every 2 hours. At specific times, continuous activation. Okay, so that's pretty cool to know. If I really want to set up something super sophisticated, I think that'd be an interesting thing to actually try. And I think that would be very time consuming and nothing that I would actually do on the stream, because yeah, nobody wants to be watching that. Fuel filling station. So we got sci-fi defense tower, ventilation pipes. Ooh, that pipe's massive. Space, jeez, some of this stuff is like just ridiculously big. Robotic arm. And we got the fences as well, haven't we? Let's just drop a couple of these down here. And then we know what toys we've got to play with. Cargo crate. Okay. You. Cargo canister. Helmets, they're not going to be any good out here. Fiberglass storage pod. Jeez, that's massive. Have you as well. Fuel. Yeah, I can do. How about, have I attached that to this building? I have. How about I do some kind of, put you there for a second, some kind of landing area, cargo area. Not that I feel I have necessarily other bits to do it, but it would give me something to put over here. This looks like it, to me, like it feels like it should be hovering. I think it is, but not quite. And I can probably put a special effect underneath that to make it look like it's hovering. Good night, Rachel. Thank you very much for coming along. Because I'm just kind of trying to think to myself, what is it they're actually trying to protect? They're just having this random battle with aliens. And we have all these different things that we can use. Do we have a radar? There's one up there. Could have another one around here somewhere. Maybe a radar tower, a similar thing to this. Is there a small kind of ship that I could build? Some of this stuff is just massive. Okay. Let's get all the spaceship parts out. Let me see what we've got going on. So I think we got that one, that one. These are thrusters. So I think if we can make some kind of spaceship that looks like it's flying in, like a cargo vessel. And we've got landing gear. Then it could legitimately look like they're actually trying to defend something. But preferably, so many parts. What? These are all wings, okay. Right. That's a good concept. So is this? It's like a main piece of hull. Is this the same sort of thing? That's a smaller one. Okay. So put you here. Would you attach to that? I think you would. Doesn't seem to matter which way. What else have we got? That almost feels like that belongs to something like that. Forward. Maybe not. It is like a Lego set. There's so many pieces though. I was going to make a small ship, but now I'm kind of feeling compelled to make something a little bit bigger. Another cockpit somewhere. Aha. Have you. No, right. Aha. When it's too big, it's gonna look weird. You got wings. Legos, that's the best type of Lego set though, let's be honest. You don't want the instructions, you just want to build it yourself. Right, so we're thinking kind of like a cargo-y sort of ship, so this makes a little bit more sense because it looks like there is some kind of cargo going on here. If we move you, line to surface, you're probably too big. You look a bit weird. Spaceships don't necessarily need wings. What are you? almost feels like a gun. Are these engines? Yes. We have you on the back. You somewhere here. What have we got there? Okay. So if we X, yeah. I need daytime, please. I can't do this in the dark. Thank you very much. Oh, you've got a cool thing on the side though, haven't you? Let's drag you all the way across here. Are you blue on both ends? No. Huh. So realistically, you need to probably be facing that way. Can we angle snap? 90 degrees or 45, whatever one. That one probably works. Awesome. So we don't necessarily need you. I was going to put this on the end here because I thought maybe that was what it would need, but it seems to already have that. That's too much. I think if we get a couple of these on here, maybe let's sink that in a little bit. Okay, and you Control X. Bring you across here. Can we rotate you? Yes, we can. But you look different now. Ah. How are we going to do this? The game has to throw a curveball, doesn't it? Because that one... That's quite annoying. Because it has this little thing on the side. So how do we get around that? Or do we just not use that massive engine and just use something that's the same all the way around? And then I don't get stressed out about it. Oh, what about you? You're probably a little bit too big. Although, if you're what I think you are, I think these are like nacelles. Or the pylons for nacelles. But you may be a little bit too big. Control X. Flip. Like so. Right, if we line you up with the top of there. And let's have a look. What have we got we can go by? Probably that. So then I can do the same with this one. Yeah, look, they're completely different on both sides. Although I can rotate that one round. Which is quite good. And we lined you up with, I think it was the top of that, wasn't it? Something like that. This is definitely going to look like the Enterprise by the time I've finished. Oh, they've got that blooming thing on the side too. I do need an invert button. I mean... I guess it's because if both ends were the same, it would be simple. What have we got here? World axis. Translate, reset, rotation. That's too big anyway. kind of thinking to have these. Oh, I love Spore. That is an amazing game. That's a real blast from the past, though, to be honest with you. Okay, so Control, let's copy that. Control X, drag you all the way over here. Right. I don't know if I wanted 4 of those engines, but let's get rid of you're in the way. Don't want you, don't want you. You could potentially be. I think we're getting somewhere with this. Let's you're not letting me select everything. Scenery selection. There we go. That is massive. That's not what I was intending. Right, let's go to view. You. We'll keep you for a second. But this one. Scenery, let's have a look. Spaceships. I don't know if... Should we just have this kind of like flying? Hello, Spencer. I don't know if we should actually... line to surface. I don't know if we should have it with its landing struts out. Need to change the colours on the ship as well. I don't want it this colour. Pyrotechnics. Was it on one of these? Was it miscellaneous? I think it was. Kind of awkward to get the right perspective, I think, sometimes. It's looking pretty cool. And then if I put this down over there, well, not landing, but kind of hovering, I can put some kind of smoke below it so it looks like it's coming in for a land. For a landing. Come on, use your words, Vapor, use your words. This looks cool. Okay, so now it needs a paint job. So we're sticking with white. That seems to be like the base color for these. Blue stripes. What color? Oh, you're the cockpit. Do we go with blue again? What about black? Just to give it a little bit of definition. Is that the lights? I think that might be the lights. Words are hard. Hello, Firth. Blue, black. Did we go with white? I think we did. Same with this, white. Actually, it's keeping the last colours I used down there, I see. Black and white. Awesome. Oh, that was an unexpected thing. What happened there? I thought that would have been blue. Oh, that is both the same colour. That's a bit odd, isn't it? One must be a highlight. I certainly do like a butt. Slowly but surely. I hope this thing fits. That's the other, the other thing. I've got to make it actually fit in the area. We did that bit, didn't we? Didn't do you. White. Blue. Black. Looking freaking awesome. I don't care what Doc says. The butt isn't. I'm going to ignore the butt. Oh, this is the engine, so we can change the colour of that. Well, I guess we should just leave that as it is. I'm guessing it was blue. It's like a light blue, okay. Something like one of these. White. Blue. I'm guessing you may be the engine colour, so we're not going to mess with you. Do you know what? I could probably make a UFO using the parts. It would take a little bit of work, I suppose, but it is entirely possible. I'm a little bit annoyed we can't change the colour on these. It's a bit of a pity. Okay, so let's grab this thing. Help if I kept that open. Grab you. We're going to move you over here. Holy crap, it's huge. It's certainly not going to fit here. I almost feel like we could have it look like it's coming in for a landing, but That realistically isn't flying, is it? So if this is a theme park, it would need something to kind of hold it in place. That looks pretty awesome. Although, it isn't going to fit anyway, is it? If you think about it. If this was a cargo-y sort of area, not unless I bring this mountain out here and have it like it's supposed to be landing here. We could always do that. Let's flatten to surface a second. At the top of the highest point of the coaster. Yeah, but it wouldn't be... Unless I had it in here, but I don't think it'd fit there either. It needs to be seen. I know that much. It is scenery, after all. I've managed to pick up some trees. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. What have we got picked up here? Nothing. Just scenery. Awesome. Yeah, but if you put... Realistically, if this was a real theme park, how would that be up here? Because as much as I like playing around and doing things creatively, there's no way that that'd be up here. Unless it was on like some kind of strut. I mean, I could have it down here and have smoke coming underneath it. That would hide whatever pole it was on to attach it. Either that or we have it landed down here. Because there is other rides, and we could have pathways coming past it. So we could have a pathway come in around this side to this area. So people could see it that way. So if, I mean... Damn, I've let go of it. Didn't mean to do that. Because you want to kind of draw people's attention in, don't you, I suppose? Let's highlight this again. Got you. Nothing else. Yeah, awesome. What, so over here? That coaster is taking up a huge chunk. In what way would it be offensive and obscene? And I'll see if I can do it. Let me turn that off. We could actually have it kind of almost at a bit of an angle. Maybe the other way. Something like that. Yeah, of course. I'll put some smoke below it. I could have, because I know how to set off the triggers, I could have the laser beams or something shoot as they kind of come through here. And because it kind of looks like they're coming towards it and they're veering off. So if I go for... Oh, I hate the laser beams in this. And let it shoot fireworks. Do you know what? We've not even messed around with fireworks yet. If you get anything that would make sense. That one explode? Oh, it does. I was going to say. That looks quite cool. Fireworks are awesome. We're going to have to do some fireworks by a lake in here somewhere. Catherine wheel. That one is awesome. That could be the one. Can we attach that? The question is, I don't think I can adjust. Let me bring that forward a little bit so I can grab it later on. Activate on trigger. First, oh, you can change. Look, you can change the colors of the explosions and everything. Hello, Polmian. How do I get this to fire? If we select you and we do triggers, edit trigger sequence, add a trigger. What's this, number 3? If we bring number 3 all the way around, if we can, to about, say, here. Oh, is that number 1? Oh, I've dragged the wrong one. God damn it. So I've been told I shouldn't say that, it's swearing, allegedly. Why did they swap round? Right, so you close doors. Oh, what have I done? So what's number 3 now doing? Number 3 is... You're going to do those. Drop you back in there a little bit. Number 1... You are no longer doing that, so we'll get rid of you. We'll attach this firework if it will allow me. It will. Can we test that? I think that'd be quite cool. Let's aim it for about there. You reckon? Completely misses. Triggers. Let's edit trigger sequence. Track trigger 1. We don't want it blowing up in their faces, obviously, but we need it realistically looking. I'll get it to fire more than one, but where are we? Here we are. So if we control an X. Oh, we didn't want to do that, did we? Control D. People firing pyrotechnics out when we're riding our roller coaster. Shocking. X, bring you forward a little bit. Down. Need to be able to see it a little bit, that's the only thing with these things. Otherwise I won't be able to select it again later on. This one. Oh, you will be screaming later on, don't you, worry, when your face is on fire from the fireworks. Okay. Let's try this again. So, edit triggers, trigger 1. Connect another one. We can click on it. Yep. Confirm. Right. You missed us firing fireworks from our spaceship that we've built at people as they come down the roller coaster. Is it coming round now? I think it is. Why did I tell it to fire from? Around here, wasn't it? I feel like I don't know if I'm going to be able to select it. This is the problem here, because I might hit the roller coaster. I get the roller coaster now. I feel like we just need to nudge it across a tiny bit. more like there. A bit more that way. Yeah, because it's firing either side of the track. And if we edit the trigger sequence, so maybe more around there. Okay, maybe a bit further back. The thing is, they're riding backwards, aren't they? So they're not actually going to see those come flying in at them. They're just going to see the explosion. If I'm right in thinking. He's perfectly safe. I like your confidence. Right, we'll let this one go down and see what it looks like, and then we'll take a ride on it and see what it looks like. So where did we drop it? Was it somewhere here? Yep, there they come. I'm not too sure. Let's take a ride in it and see. I don't know where we're going to end up. Are we going to be... Oh, we're in the station. So we need to finish the... We need to finish the decorations in here, but... Can I change my seat? Nope. Okay. Well, that sucks. I've got like the worst seat. I can't see any of the scenery over the other side. Oh. That's why I've got the worst seat. Actually, let's watch it from this one. That's probably quite a good vantage point. So we're going to see it backwards. Oh, we're going to see it forwards as opposed to there backwards. Now, if I've put that sequence in the right place, that door should open. Assuming I've put it in the right place. I changed the timer on the roller coaster as well. I think it's like a 30-second wait before the next one goes. So they kind of space out a little bit. So we can see that one going round the loop now. There it goes. It did open. Hopefully not too early. Definitely need to change the colour of the coaster. I think red is not the right choice, but we'll change it to blue or something. White with blue accent, maybe. Ugh, I feel sick already. This is going to be horrible. Oh, we're literally at the back of the coaster. Okay. Oh my goodness, this is not the best position to be in. Oh. Yeah, it fires off a little bit too soon. Depends if you want the barrage going past them or not. Seems super vicious from this point of view, but I don't actually think it is. Green smoke! Awesome. Open sesame. Perfect. I feel like that just needs to fire off a touch later, so maybe somewhere more like that. Okay. So we need steam, smoke. What have we got? Smoke burst large. Well, we don't want to burst. I think steam is probably going to be the way we're going. Oh, we got the coloured smoke, I suppose. I could change that. Change that to a grey. That could be the one. What about steam? These will look like thrusters potentially. Oh, If they were a little bit more vicious, they would. Well, they're boring, aren't they? I thought more would have come out of them. We've got jets. I think the purple one is probably going to be steam boiling large. Oh. These may work in combination with potentially the purple smoke. Ah, that's a good point, Kasra. Good thinking. We'll adjust the ship in a second. Can't change the colour of these, unfortunately. But I think maybe an explosion when they go past the space flight. Yeah, I can add some more triggers to do stuff like that. 1 second, let me just see if I can grab this. Please don't grab the coaster. Can we get rid of it now? Don't grab the coaster. There we go. So you think having it aiming, if we rotate the spacecraft, we'll have it shoot in like there. Maybe if we rotate it a touch more. Because if that goes off afterwards, yeah, they could be facing it but going... And that's quite close to the coaster as well, isn't it? Yeah, so it's almost going across them. Something like that? I'm going to have to change where the timer is on this. Sequence trigger number 1. So let's put it for about there, because I'm not sure. It depends how quick they kind of go around the coaster. And while that's happening, if we look for smoke. Smoke effect large. No. Where's the coloured one? Ooh, I think that's quite cool. That might actually work. A lot of smoke coming off this. This might be too much. Let's have a look. My God. Don't need to be on a roller coaster. My goodness. That's nuts. I think that's a little bit too much smoke, isn't it? I could have it using flames. There's a thought. But I'm thinking thrusters and smoke. Oh, there's fireplaces. My goodness, pyrotechnics. Oh, it might be flame. Yeah. Or I could do a combination of flames and smoke. So if I drop you there, And then, was it smoke? It was coloured smoke, wasn't it? Maybe not the large one. Let's have a look. Need to change the colour though. Bit of a grey. No expense is spared on this roller coaster, that's for sure. I dread to think how much money we've actually invested on doing this. There's so much smoke you can barely even see the fire. I don't even think the game can render it properly. Maybe it's a little bit too much smoke. Maybe if... Let me grab one of you. Maybe the middle ones. Let me take them ones away. Although it looks like it's going to crash because there's no thrust coming out the side, is there? But I think it looks fairly cool. Like you were saying earlier, though, about a UFO, maybe I should have an alien ship or something over this side, so it looks like it's not trying to shoot them, it's trying to shoot the alien ship. So there is no UFO, so I'm going to have to try and make one. But there is explosions as well, so... What have we got here? Knight Rider explosion. That's quite cool. Too much. Yeah, that doesn't really do anything. It doesn't add anything at all to it. that looks pretty awesome. This roller coaster is immense, though. It's taking up so much space. Kind of ironic since it's a space area, so we're going to probably have to extend some kind of natural barrier around here, otherwise it's just going to consume the entire park, which is kind of not what I want. I bet half my stores are shut. This is really irritating. Not like literally people straight away. Oh look, food. They're hungry. I wish I could get my head around it. There must be something I'm doing wrong. I'm going to read up about it because it is slightly annoying. I've probably not even actually got any janitors or anything either, I bet. Let's have a look. Because everybody just decides to leave. So, cheer up, chicken. We've got you, Chief Beef. We've got one cleaner. One mechanic. Yeah. Cleaners. Oh, the park is filthy. Shocking. I think I need to assign them areas, and I think there's like work shifts and patterns and stuff like that that you can do. Maybe that would help. Mechanics. We get a couple of these in the park. Probably a few rides that are about to break down on me. Right, what we got going on over here? I kind of like just the random placement of the rocks almost. These lasers are not good. Right, so if we have some of these barriers, we kind of wedge you into there a little bit. Actually, no, let's not. Let's put you up, kind of up against it there. White. Blue. Blue again, I suppose, and white. I think there is a sci-fi mascot, yeah. What's this person doing? Oh, he's activated on a trigger. There we go. So he's the same as this guy. Yep. Is he? Does this one get killed as well? It doesn't appear that he does. He definitely deserves the red uniform. It's the red uniform ones, I think, in Star Trek that always get killed. You never see the actor before, and you never see them again. Mascots, let's have a look. Well, there you go. I think that's one of them. What else? Yeah, that's definitely going to be it. The robot. Yeah, the red shirts. And what's security? They're usually like a yellowy something, aren't they? Or a goldy colour. There we go. Him just standing there posing. And you, I don't know what we're going to do with you because you look kind of out of place. I don't have you somewhere kind of here. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. These ones as well, so I'm doing blue and blue. I think we did that last one white, didn't we? Yep. So that means I can delete you and you. Because now I can just duplicate anything that I want. I need to do that. Move you somewhere here. These guys are like shooting amongst themselves. Rocks. Oh. Do want you there somewhere useful. Take. Oh, you're attached to this. That's slightly annoying. I didn't realise I'd done that. No problem. There. We'll just rotate you around a tiny bit. We need to have something that's shooting at him, though. It's like pick the world's tiniest rock to hide behind. We've got something. I don't want to give him a massive rock, but I'll give you this one. I like the idea of them using more of the natural cover. Although, he is kind of shooting the right way, in all fairness. Depends, I'm going to have some more guys over here. So, I didn't want to click you. We can rotate him around a little bit. And if I set up the sequencer, I can have like an explosion happen before he gets blown on his feet. Off his feet. Blown on his feet. Now that would be an interesting thing. Move you. You looks like he's like cowering, so we we kind of move him across just a little bit. Oh, he can't even see what he's shooting at. What am I talking about? Even with the massive eyes like that, he still can't see what he's shooting at. You are aiming right at this guy. We have a message. Mr. Noble Rambler. Clearly not doing any work. Always pretends that he is. I really don't like these lasers at all. I think... Can I actually get them? Yep, we can do that. Let's move you up. Put you there a second. Get rid of that. I'm going to, I think, rely on the pyrotechnics a little bit to make these turrets look like they're actually doing something. And I'm probably going to do more than one. Like you and duplicate. Will you let me do that? No. Of course you won't. That would just be too simple. Well, this whole area could be toxic, really, couldn't it? Because you were kind of saying, what could we have to make the exit look a little bit more interesting? So we can have this whole area as like a bit of a nasty wasteland. Terrain. We're using this one, aren't we? Yeah. Let's paint this in a second. I don't know, what have we got here? Grass? That's dead grass, isn't it? Yeah, probably will use some fireworks or just a general kind of crackle or something. Just something. There's like little sparkling things you can use. For example, if we look in here. So, not necessarily that one, but you could have something that would make it look like it's actually shot. It's looking quite cool in here. Look at the queue. It's just not big enough. We've still got lots of decoration to do in here too. Oh my god, that looks pretty awesome from in here. I feel like we need to put... Either that mountain needs to be higher or it needs to have something on it. Thank you, Jessa. What about... See these? We could use these pipes as well, just randomly. Can we change the colour? Yeah, let's go with the green. And put you with the... Didn't even know you were there. You're silently stalking. Put you here. And go for... Smoke. Colorable smoke. It might be enough. Don't think we need to go for anything too much. Oh, sorry. It's like sometimes I'm staring, aren't I? And I'm not paying attention. And Mr. Noble Ramble again. Like the idea of like vents coming out of the ground. Oh, I feel maybe... I don't think there's enough smoke coming out of that one. You and your nails. Yeah, no, the mutineers. Now this is to do with fueling, isn't it? Let's whack this over here. Jessa, how long have you been watching? You've been watching the whole time? Did you see the spaceship that we painstakingly made? Ah, sounds nice. They were not good. Oh, that sucks a little bit. Oh my god, I've just duplicated the entire building. Let's not try and do that again. What do you think of this? I'm really impressed with that. I think it looks pretty awesome. Especially when it fires at the track. You're not having much luck with your ribs, are you? Scream! Right, it seems when I placed this on the building, it attached it to the building. So now I've got to edit the building, which is a tad annoying. We'll go with the blue trim. I think we may as well stick to the kind of pattern that we're doing. I should place down the other pipes. Still at you. Filter. Scenery theme. Sci-fi. So you are going to be white with blue. And also going to be white with blue. Cool. Sorry, am I not talking into the mic properly? Oh, I don't even know what I said. I think maybe I said you're not having much luck with your ribs, potentially. I think I might have said that. Most unfortunate. Such a nice, friendly bunch of people. I hear. Lined up. A little bit off, isn't it? Super annoying. Come on. Play nice with me. I think just about there and and kind of facing towards the civilians, because you would. Looper 3 is broken down, no doubt. We've probably got no mechanics. Well, that is clearly not lined up. I need to get my eyes tested. Better. That's a good question, Casper. I'll leave that to your imagination. What do you think? I think there's only smoke. There is water, but it's not green. Apart from there's that greeny stuff there. But yeah, I don't think there's green water, and I'm pretty sure you can't change the color of it. Electrical cables. We could probably use those in some fashion. Lupus 3 has been fixed. Right. The thing is, I don't know what to... When we were sat in here a minute ago and we were looking through, and it is coming together quite nicely, I don't know what to put on the top of that ridge, or whether to make it just a touch higher, because it feels a little bit... not alien-y. That's why I wasn't sure if I should have built an extra building or something. What else have we got going on in here that we can use? These are lights and panels. We do need to kind of decorate the side of these buildings a little bit with just something so it doesn't look so boring. I mean, if I can get that one... If that was flat against it, that would look quite good. All manner of things to use. Take your time, my friend. You know, it's not like people waiting. Sheesh. Smoke, what, coming out of here? Or do you mean from above? I think if it comes above, it goes back up again. Reset filters. Smoke. Medium. we can... Probably have something like that. Seeing as there is a vent there. Although maybe we need... Sandwich? What? Is that before I say burger, is it? If they were talking about chicken, they definitely meant burger. We all know that. You're literally going to have one of my catchphrases being blooming chicken. Or chicken burger, you realise that? Ooh, a pot pie. I've not had a pot pie in so long. That would be delicious. Why is this dude just standing there like an absolute... You can be a orange uniform. Stand there, just slightly pointless. You, we will duplicate. You, we will have somewhere else. I've not decided yet. Maybe behind a rock. Somewhere here. Just drops like a sack of spuds. I'm not too sure. Whoa, what is that? Oh, I've got the whole building. I'm going to do that. Take you. Some of these people are attached to my buildings, which is not great. Don't be careful what you say about chicken burgers. Jessa gets very bothered about it. Oh, yes. Chicken burger from KFC. Finger looking good, especially if it's a zinger burger. Oh yes. Now we're talking. Oh, brilliant. The great chicken burger debate starts once again. Hilarious. I'm so hungry now. What is this dude doing? He kind of looks like this guy, but not kind of in such a rush. Nauseator has broken down. It's yeah, it's 10 past 1. There is a KFC around here. I don't think it's 24/7, unfortunately, though, because that would be super good right now. Yeah, definitely. I think I like the idea of these guys hiding behind rocks. Flying to surface, there you go. We rotate you this way a little bit. Where have you gone? Laying down on the job. You could be shooting at him. Who are you shooting at? You are shooting at absolutely nobody. No crust. You wouldn't have a crust on a pie? What? You're gonna have a crust on a pie. What's going on? Sacrilege. You do realise where I'm from in the north of England, pies are an important thing. Can't be doing that. A crust on your pie. What? Casserole is a soup, yeah. I wouldn't put a crust on a casserole. Oh my, why does everyone talk about food? What is that? Just torture me like the one time I can't eat. You're gonna bang on about food all the time. I don't think it's very fair. Bacon kidney pie. Oh, why? Literally. All my kingdom for a pie. It wasn't just 2 potatoes. I had beans and cheese with it as well. I wasn't feeling that hungry. Hello, Noble. I did get your messages. I'm not being ignorant. I didn't want to reply while on stream. What about some of these dead-looking bushes? I think these may work, mightn't they? What else have we got going on? Can't change the colour on that one. Or that one. Ah, see, Katra? It means you need to watch me more often. Yeah, we've the pirate area is Not finished. Oh man, they're all blooming shut again. Oh, I'm gonna ignore them for the moment. Yeah, so with regards to the pirate area, we pretty much did everything, but I need to build a building here, but I was conscious that people were getting a little bit bored of the same area. So we moved into a space-themed area, which we're still working on, mainly the main attraction at this point. And it's called the V-Force. It's like a shameless plug for my channel there, isn't it? So I'm in the process of building, like, the building where the coaster is situated. The queue is not all done yet and things like that. We've got a massive ion cannon on the roof up here, which likes to go off every so often. I'm probably going to change the asphalt. I don't like it. I thought it might be okay, but yeah, we'll probably change it. And in the queuing system, again, not finished inside, but we got some stuff going on in here. Not a lot yet, but there's a robot doing some repairs. And the bit that you just caught me working on is like a little bit of a space battle outside, which later on I'm going to time everything, so when one guy shoots and you see one fall over, there'll be an explosion in front of him when he falls over. So I'll be doing stuff like that, and like laser beams going off and explosions, and it can all be timed. So I'll be doing that. I don't know if you were here last time. Probably not. I could set timers for these doors to open when something's going through, so that's pretty cool. So there is an exit and an entrance, so I don't know if the coaster's on its way around. Here it comes. So there's a timer that I've set up. I think it starts roughly here, so when that coaster hits a certain point here, the door will open. So amazing. This game, just like, they've just thought of everything. And as for the spaceship that we built, oh, it's just fired. And we built ourselves a little spaceship. Now this is all several parts, by the way. It's not just like the front bit is a part. There's a different part here. There's wings, engines. And if you... In fact, we can ride the coaster because we know Jessa loves that. We'll do that in a second. So I think once the coaster comes round, you'll see... although this is shooting at their own people, which is a bit odd, so I'm going to put a spaceship here, an alien spaceship. I know what you're saying, Noble, but there will be a poll linking this up later on, because there has to be some level of reality. And as for the Eccles cake, yes, I've eaten Eccles cake. In fact, we sell Eccles cakes in my shop. I don't mind them, they're quite nice. This is like the best view ever. Ironically, this feels like kind of jerky from this view, but the ride is the least sickening that it's been, and quite enjoyable. Allegedly. Awesome. Open sesame. The shop that I'm referring to is all over the country, and yes, there is branches of my store in Warrington. There isn't a skating rink that I'm aware of, but they could be added at some point. So, just out of your opinions, should I add anything else to this area? We need to change the colour scheme for this because it doesn't match the rest of it. Blue. Perfect. I don't know if we should add anything else over here. I don't feel like we should add much more, to be honest with you. Should have done this when I was placing them, really. I mean, that would have been the logical thing to do. Oh, it's probably because I'm not speaking into it. 1 second. There we go. It should be a little bit louder now. Hopefully I've just not deafened somebody. Well, yeah, you say that about the coaster, but when we actually look at the coaster... Oh, sorry, is that too loud? I just turned it right up. Okay, that was a little bit loud. Okay, let me move it back down. How about that? I've adjusted it again. Although I think maybe that's a little bit too quiet as well. The problem is, I have a new microphone that I've started using today. And you literally have to talk into it. And if I turn my head away, it doesn't kind of pick me up as much. And this is ideal. This is exactly what I needed for making videos. Okay, 1 second. How about now? Hopefully, I can see a little green light flashing down here, so I know it's picking me up. I only moved that like a millimeter as well, so... Aha, brilliant. Thank you. Yeah, still getting used to the microphone, so hopefully. So the question is, like I was saying, should we add anything else over here? I don't think so. I think the explosions and stuff... I mean, I don't know if you guys are interested in that. I can show you what I'm on about. If we stick this sequencer somewhere, technically it should be hidden. So we will hide it here, and we'll probably stick it under a bush. So what I can do is, if we get some explosions placed down, special effects, what have we got? Pyrotechnics. Oh, nothing that's ridiculously big. Something a little bit smaller. Fire. Well, if I continuously talk into the microphone like now and then turn my head like this, maybe you can understand what it actually does. I can't. Well, I can hear myself if I want to, but I find it awfully distracting. But then again, when I move my face to the side, so you literally have to talk straight into the top. If we get any explosions that are not so... Oh, fireworks. Jeez, that's ridiculous. It's got to be something a little bit smaller than that. Maybe that one. Which one of these gets shot? This dude. So if we drop this down by his feet, let's leave the top bit sticking out so I can see it. Okay. You must be tired. Missed that innuendo completely. You say that. I don't know if I was watching episode 1. Well, actually, in episode 1 and 2 of your Ostriv videos, and I wish I'd have took a pen and a paper, because the amount of innuendos that you came out with, and they were not even obscure ones, they were so bad, Mr. Rambler. I was shocked, absolutely shocked at the filth coming out of your mouth. So if we what am I doing? Oh, we can add music to this as well. Awesome. Cameras. Make trigger sequence. Here we go. Add display group. Can I name this? Firefight. Add objects to it. So if we pick the explosion, confirm. And if we had this chap here, hopefully. Wait a minute. Connect objects to a group. What am I doing? Oh, that's the explosion. Connect triggerable items to the display group. Ah, there we go. So we could have the explosion go off and a second later, maybe him getting blown off his feet. So maybe, I don't know if that's quite how it works. Let's have a look. That explosion's a little bit too close to his face. Ah, right, he shoots for a few seconds first. I see. So the explosion needs to be maybe 4 seconds. Set that one to 0. Oh, the explosion's a little bit off. So maybe 3 seconds? Close. 3.3? Can we do that? Oh, almost there. 3.4. Oh, my goodness. This is like ridiculously... Awesome, that works. Okay, so if I just move that forward a little bit, I think probably here somewhere, we can sink it under the ground. Play on trigger. So, I mean, that's just one thing. I can attach everybody here that's actually fighting all into this sequence and have things going off. So, boom. He gets knocked off his feet. Now, I can leave that on continuously, I believe. Yeah, once I said it, I'm going to do that off camera, by the way. I'm not going to do that now. I just wanted to give you an example of what it looks like. But it just... I think it just makes it look so much better. And I can have fireworks and whatever coming out of these. That looks like lasers. So, realistically, we should probably tweak this turret here to aim more at this poor so-and-so over here. And if we find the right firework... where have we got fireworks? So some kind of... Let's come over here where there's less going on. The good thing is about the fireworks is you can... Huh. Maybe one of these would look good coming out of the end of the laser. So it looks like more like a machine cannon or something. Oh, so we got... Oh, maybe that. Does that explode? Yeah, it does look like confetti, though. Yeah, once it's finished, I will definitely make a video for YouTube. Kind of just walking through the park, I reckon. And having a look through it. But I'll probably do it before we finish the entire park. Okay, let's see what happens. Well, I don't want that. That's too fiddly. That doesn't make sense. Maybe that one. Though the distance is so close, I'm not too sure how this is going to work, if I'm honest with you. I think it's going to fire it through the terrain. You're probably never going to see the explosion. How do I make that fire? Yeah. Oh, the explosion's way off in the distance. Yeah. So that's never going to work, is it? Unless... if we adjust it. Yeah, but the explosion's coming. I don't know. I'll end up finding the right thing eventually. It's just a case of persevering and. Yeah, I was thinking of the Roman candles, something like that. That makes it look like a mech warrior's weapon, doesn't it? If we move this up just a little bit. It's a shame I can't change the colour of that. Or can I? I don't know if I can. Oh, we can change the colours, look. So that's the colour of the candle. So if I make that grey, these, does it tell me what these are? No, purple. If they're all grey, I might be able to move the thing forward a little bit without it looking. Yeah, there we go. It's that little bit there that I can't hide, unfortunately. Tiny bit frustrating, but whatever. We're going to have to live with it. Perfection can't always be had, I suppose. Are you... Is this the colour of the candle? Okay, so we can't actually change the colour of the fire. That's a shame. Control X. Right, so I guess if we come back over here to... Where did I put it? Down here. Edit trigger sequence. So we've got firefight. So I probably need to actually rename this to something else. Can I collect both of those at the same time? I can. Confirm. So, can we move these? Oh. Okay, I suppose it doesn't really matter. So we've got him, 3.5 seconds for the explosion, so maybe more... Actually, let's watch and see what happens. It feels like there should be more than one explosion, though. Because the Roman candle is going on for so long. Or fire or something. Thanks for popping along, Noble. Have fun. I suppose if it's part of a greater sequence, I mean, he won't stay down. That's the only downside to it. Where are you? If we duplicate you, put you here, duplicate you, put you there, duplicate you and put you over behind. I wonder. This is getting all very complicated. Edit trigger sequence. This sequence. Add objects. So we add you. Confirm. If we put you to 3.6. Add object. Confirm 3.7. Connect object. You. 3.8 maybe. Let's see what happens now. I didn't quite see that. Did it all happen too quickly? Yeah, it did. Okay. So 3.5, 3.6. What happens if I change that one to 4? And 4.5. Jeez. Goes on for quite a bit, doesn't it? 6 and 5. And that's 6 vapor. Okay, so that roughly, it feels like it needs some other explosions in between, but that roughly covers it. So your first one, and it stops. So I can probably add some extra ones to that at some point. Just to kind of like plug up the gap. Awesome. It's all coming together quite nicely. Yeah, definitely, I agree with that. Without a shadow of a doubt, it would make a lot of sense. Can I get this just to play on its own rather than waiting for me to do something? Activate and trigger continuous activation. He gets back up again, doesn't he? Oh, at least he gets back up at the end of it. Oh no, that's just going to be annoying now, isn't it? If he's when I said continuous, I didn't mean like that. Looping and on trigger at specific times. Continuous at specific times. Looping and on trigger. Hourly. I don't even know how long hourly is in this game. I know, I heard your voice in my head. So I was like, oh, best do that quickly. Right, let me figure this mountain out a little bit. So, got to be careful here because I don't want to ruin what we've been building. But I feel like I like the idea of natural barriers in the park as opposed to always building walls and buildings to hide stuff. But I think this, so it just needs to be a little bit higher. Because I think when you're inside, I don't want to be looking at those mountains. It just doesn't work for me. That ride sounds like, oh, we didn't want to do that. It sounds like a washing machine going off. Can we go back inside here? Will you allow me? You will. With a little bit of a struggle. Okay, you don't want me to. Aha. Yeah, looks a little bit more like it. Build your UFO in those mountains. I ain't doing that now. That's not happening. Because that is going to take time. Because I'm going to have to use loads of custom pieces to do that. And I don't feel like I have the time. Not right now. Awesome. I'm trying to think, because obviously the Pirate Cove sort of area is boxed in by these mountains, which I'm yet to decorate. This is clearly going to be some kind of area over here. Maybe some kind of like Harry Potter sort of land. But I can put a few more bits here, but I kind of need... I'm just wondering, do I bring that mountain around? Or do we look for some other natural barriers? I mean, I could build buildings that are fairly tall that would hide this going into this area. So I need to kind of get my head around that. What's the matter? Did I say something you didn't like? More spiny weeds, more green smoke from toxic pools. I want to do something slightly different, just for a little while, because my brain is like just been on that area for the past almost 3 hours. Not to mention the last theme as well. Sci-fi bin. Here we go. Let's just drop some of these in, and we need some shops over here. Toilets, benches. I'm gonna place you in a completely wrong place. I'll leave you to answer that question yourself. I think I might go with this asphalt. Okay, what have I done there? Because I really do not like that shiny stuff. It's also, it's kind of giving me brain ache just looking at it. And it just looks so unrealistic. I think I prefer the asphalt. Ah! Did not mean to do that. Okay. Yeah, probably me too, actually, because it's almost 2 in the morning, so... Right, so I want to make the entrance bit. So I guess if we switch from these, we're going to use the Back to the Future stuff as well at some point. That'd be pretty cool. What have we got in here? So these are the signs. I know what I'm looking for, but I can't remember where it is. Kind of useful, isn't it? You wouldn't be in here, would you? That's windows, walls. Maybe it's in the scenery. What do we got here? Props? No. Display, special effects, nature, cameras, audio, path extras. No. Speakers. I guess we can play music around the park as well. Okay, that's all those. Where are you? Aha. Here we go. Shark. That shark. Seriously. We can change the colour of this as well, which is pretty useful. Actually, let's make this. Can we angle snap this? I didn't mean to do that either. Try again. Amateur. Z. It's because I've not used Z to do any rotations for a while. Okay, this is pointless. I kind of forgot how to do it. Oh, it's a building, isn't it? Which means we cannot now. What? Play nicely with me. Why can I not rotate you? Seriously? Move, duplicate. Okay. And you will not rotate for what reason? What an odd game. So once it becomes a building, I can't... Toggle, advanced, move, rotate. No. bizarre. Is that within the same building? No, that's strange, isn't it, how it works? I don't really get why it's acting that way. That blue looks kind of washed out as well. Oh, here's the fun bit. Can I get this on here? That looks pretty good. Maybe just a touch that way. Can I change of colour? We can. Blue. Okay, done. And we need to do that. Thank you very much. Okay, we've got to do you separately. Because you are stubborn, you are going to be blue. Done. Oh, we need a name for this area, by the way. If anyone's feeling kind of creative. This could be a bit too high, actually. Thinking about it. Depends what we hang off it. More filters, scenery, sci-fi. More filters, scenery theme, sci-fi, all. Come on, you can. You got more in you than that. Seriously, space. What name did you use earlier that I judged? And will I laugh if you tell me? We're not talking about chicken burgers again, are we? Signs, theme signs. Jeez, that is massive. Your dogs. Fair enough. Oh dear. Ooh, I think we have a winner. Can we move you? Oh no, I didn't need to duplicate you. I just wanted to advanced move. Beyond the Pirate Zone. Is that some kind of homage to Beyond the Twilight Zone or something? How are we doing here? Do we need to move you back a touch? As long as you're not poking through the sign, you're not. I think that's a little bit high. The idea of you hanging off the back there, and if we duplicate and move, we can rotate you that way. Just needs to be nudged forward a little bit, maybe. Come on, a tiny bit more. Perfect. So I could attach like one of these cheesy looking spaceships to it. Oh, I didn't want to do that, did I? I can't change the colour on that, I'm supposing. No. Edit building. You. Are we literally calling it Beyond the Pirate Zone? Is that the is that as good as it gets? Future world. Aha, there we go. I like that. Maybe not with a Wild West font. What have we got here? That's very pirate looking. Future world looks a bit Harry Potter. That could work. Oh, wow. Can we change the colour of the background? That would be... Ugh. That looks shocking. Ah, the sign can be changed. Awesome. There we go. Right, let's see what we can do with this writing. So, if we have the text blue, maybe yellow. I don't even know. I think having it outlined with black makes it stand out a little bit more. Space Trek. We're not going for any copyright infringements, are we? Blue on white with red trimming. Hello, Mr. Mario. Blue on white with red trimming. What are we talking about here? The sign? Or the text? You can sigh all you want. It's when there's so many different colours being used here. I'm only guessing what you're referring to. Sign, yes. Oh. Right, okay. My eyes are getting tired, definitely. Okay, so there is, right, for the sign, there's only two colours. So you've got white, so the red is the trim and white is the background. So I'm guessing, do you mean blue I guess the question is that what you were expecting? Because if that would just make it easier. There is no Star Wars stuff. For stuff that actually exists, we have Back to the Future and Knight Rider. But this is kind of what we get for spacey sort of stuff. Okay, and what colour font? Or are we going for that? I feel like the sign is missing something. Bear with me 2 seconds while I concentrate. Yep, that looks good. And we need to control X. You people have to walk over it while I'm trying to see what I'm doing? Please. Why can't I call... Oh, whatever. Well, you learn something new every day. I wasn't aware of that. Come on, Chief Beef, you're in the way. And... literally the most amount of people walking over the area I'm trying to work on. I think you're just winding me up, Doc Logan. I think that's what you're doing. Just trying to torment me. Right, I'm not changing it again. You've got to like that, I'll love it. That's it. I could probably build something else around this to make it look a little bit more spacey. But that... yes, you would. But I think that will do for the moment. I'm not going to get carried away with it. Got some benches here as well. Yeah, have a bench. It's coming together. It really is. I still think this roller coaster is the wrong colour. Colour palettes, track colour, car colour. So track colour, what are you? You're the runners by the looks of it. And you are... that one. And you are the bottom one here. Okay. Grey, you can be black maybe. How does that look? That's more within keeping of the ride, isn't it? And the whole theme. It just looks super shiny. The car colour. Let me pause the game a second. I think if we just change that trim for blue. Where's that red sheen coming from? Aha. Sneaky. Better. That's more like it. Okay. I think I'm going to end the stream because it's getting late. And the later I stay up, the later I stay in bed, which is never a good thing. Even my voice is going now, so that's definitely a good sign to end the stream. Wow, where's my voice gone? Hello? Oh no, my voice is done. My voice is definitely done for. That's not good. And that's going to suck a little bit. If that is something that's going to linger. It's all these changing sign colours all the time that's done that. What on earth did you just post? Pass. Anyway. Oh, you're posting links, I see. I can't click on that, so... yeah. Anyway, thank you everyone. Oh, I tried again. Thank you very much everyone for coming along. Hopefully I'll see you all soon. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow night or not. Possibly. We'll see if my voice is okay, because I have videos to record tomorrow as well. Oh dear. So many people are dying recently, it's ridiculous. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll catch you all soon. Take care.